Hello, this is Kaki Lee, and welcome to the Abundant Goddess Show, where I'll be sharing daily, bite sized pearls of wisdom I've picked up along my life journey that has allowed me to embrace and unleash my inner abundant goddess. And that's exactly what I want for you, to embrace and unleash your inner abundant goddess. I love talking about anything and everything to do with life, but I especially love talking about money, mindset, and energy, which is the main focus here. If you like what you hear, make sure you subscribe to my show so you don't miss out on your daily dose of wisdom from myself. And also follow me and let me know what you think on Facebook and Instagram at Abundance with Kaki Lee. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Abundant Goddess Show and day 35 of my 40 Days to 40 series, where I share 40 things I've learned in my life so far over 40 days. Today's pearl of wisdom is ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. It doesn't mean that you're incapable. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. Asking for help is actually opposite to all that. When you know that you need help and ask for it, it shows your strength. Showing your vulnerability is strength. Because so often people are too scared to ask for help, even when they're not coping, because they don't want to appear weak or incapable, or that people might not offer them help. That's the other thing. What if I ask for help and no one helps me? I've learned this the hard way. I learned to ask for help the hard way because I was one of those people that was too afraid to ask for help. And so I kept everything in until it came to a boiling point, as cliche as it sounds, and I had a meltdown. At work, how often are people too scared to ask for help? Your boss is piling it on, but you're too afraid to go, I've got too much going on, or asking a colleague for help because it will show that you're not capable of doing your job. But no, that's not the case. You're being responsible when you're asking for help because you know that it's physically impossible to do the things that have been piled on you. So you are being responsible and taking the necessary steps to make sure the things that your boss wants done is going to get done, but it's not going to be done by you only because it is impossible. So you are taking responsibility to get extra help. It's a different way of framing things and seeing things from a different perspective. And the thing is, if your boss thinks that piling mountains of work on you, which no human being is able to complete within a set deadline, is okay, then maybe it's time to look for another job. Or maybe it's time to go to HR. Or maybe it's time to have that talk with your boss. Whatever steps you need to take, maybe it's time to speak up and stand up for yourself. Asking for help is not weak. Asking for help does not mean you're not capable. And people are always willing to help, especially if you're someone that likes to help people, because people do remember acts of kindness. I'm not saying that you be nice to someone to get something in return. You do it from your heart and you don't expect anything in return. But when the time comes and you do ask, people remember. I can't remember the exact saying. It's Maya Angelou, and it goes something along the lines of, "It's not what you say or do, but it's how you make people feel." I'm paraphrasing, but when you are kind and you're helpful to someone and you help someone, people remember the feeling of being helped, of being looked after, of being seen, of being heard. And when you need help, people will return that favor because of how you made them feel. So if you are in that place where you are overwhelmed and you really could do with someone helping you right now, ask for it. Maybe it's not to do with work. Maybe you're asking for help is actually going to the doctors and getting a referral to see a counselor or a psychologist, or maybe that you've been having these health problems and you need to go to the doctor to get a referral to see a specialist. That's asking for help. How often do we push our health aside because, oh, we're too busy with our work, but we're so busy that we don't take care of our health? Something just funny popped into my head. The latest James Bond movie is like No Time to Die. There's a saying in Chinese that we're so busy we don't have time to die. Oh no, sorry, it's not that. If we're too busy that we don't have time to be sick, but we have time to die. Because once you die, all your problems are solved, right? I'd rather solve my problems while I'm still alive. But I just want you, whoever's listening today, you listening today, to know that there are people that want to help you. If you need help right now, ask for it. Because asking for help and getting help is much better than not asking for help and letting it build until you have a meltdown and a breakdown. And that's the end of the show and day 35 of my 40 Days to 40 series. Please share this episode with anyone that needs a reminder to ask for help. If you like what you heard, make sure you subscribe to my show and remember to follow me over at Facebook and Instagram at Abundance with Kaki Lee to let me know what you think of the episode and connect with me there. Lastly, if you're interested in working with me or learning from me, send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram or email me at hello@kakilee.com.